Hello and welcome in, everybody. I know you're probably a little bit. Uh, Hi, hello, how you doing? Welcome in. It's me, Martin, your friend. Yeah, I'm the guy that eats the things that make you scrim and your dreams. How you doing? We're back. I, I I managed to make it to a peak, and now we're going to go plumb the depths as we go back into Amnesia Machine for Pigs. Yes, I know I need to go back to Dark Souls as well. But this has not been a good time for any of this. This has not been a good week for Dark Souls, unfortunately. So we are playing some Amnesia instead. Let's see how far we can get. I hope you've all been doing well, having a good Saturday, or fuck, it's Friday. My week is all fucked up. I am so sorry. This is what happens when I'm off on odd days. Give me 1 second. Taking care of a quick issue. Open up the game. And yes, it's working. And yes, you have sound as well. Hooray! So I hope things work. I may have fucked up and forgot to completely open up, mix it up. What? Why game coming? The game's coming out of my screen. Excuse me. Guess we gotta restart the game. Fuck. I am so sorry, everybody. I am professional streamer right here. If y'all hear Tish in the background, they're playing some Dead by Daylight with Saki. So just as I know that is a much more interesting option. So if you're here, I very much appreciate you. We're gonna move the game over some more so that I can actually see you guys, and also make sure that things are working the way they're supposed to. There we go. Gonna turn down the sound just slightly so I'm not blowing out my ears. There we go. So last we left off, we had entered the graveyard in search of our children, who are probably dead. So I love the use of alchemy symbols in here. Like, why would we have alchemy symbols on a grave that is in a spot supposedly devoted to Christianity? Riddle me this, game. Riddle me this. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just... Pigu. So how have you all been? I hope you've been having a good week so far. I have missed your faces. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things... I'm not going to say that nothing, they don't belong here, but I'm also not... I will give Chinese Room a little bit of credit on this one. They definitely... They got the sound right, at least. I love that I'm having trouble walking up the fucking graves. Like, oh yes, make that the difficult part of all this. Ah, I see staircase back here. I hear pigs. I'm sure it'll be fine. Livestock and Bibles. The wires came up out of the ground whilst he lay on the grass asleep. Like serpents they were, and they burrowed into his ears and became his listening. I don't know what that last part means. Inside St. Dunstan's, we sat here, I'll remember. We sat in our black, and we mourned, and we prayed, and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then, how I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us. Such madness. Such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here, I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. Why he's suddenly not English? Don't ask me. I like my accent better. Fuck you, chair. Fuck you, chair. Fuck you, chair. And you especially. Fuck you especially, chair. Door is locked. Door is locked. Way to railroad me, game. Like, I understand why they did this. Because we had a lot of options in the original of places to go, but let me touch things. Let me go explore. If the door is locked, let me still touch it and know that it's locked. November 23rd, 1899. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought, could be trusted with the secret, but he is like all the others. So the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his folk. He says he will enter into our world with them. A shepherd indeed. Yeah, we, Yep. We now have an extra chair somewhere in here. Inside of this, I think. Want to see me do it again? Of course not. We can't repeat the same bug twice. So we have two ways to go. One that way, one this way. Good gamers go left, right? But I feel like, yes, this is probably the same spot. Again, the illusion of choice, everybody. Oh, thank you for the first Tishy. Thank you. So, yeah, we started in the graveyard. God. Excuse me. Hello, Flugo. Thank you very much for popping in with the lurk. May your trip to go pick up your kid go swiftly. Yeah, we're taking a small break from Dark Souls, not because I don't want to play it, but because we are doubling up on the games today. And I don't want to get absorbed into Dark Souls. Because later we're playing some Dark Tide with friends. So that's going to require like a 20-minute like hiatus break to get everything loaded. Well, we just heard a scream. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Ooh, playing some Dead by Daylight last time you were on Flugo. Hell yeah. What were you? Were you killer or were you survivor? Just out of curiosity. Also, have you seen the new killer yet? Because what's funny is there was a leak about that recently, and there were people who were very adamant that that was stupid. And like, no, it's fine. It looks great. Oh, now I'm locked in here. What the fuck? Make a mind game. Father Jeremiah's journal, October 1st, 1899. They flock to us now. For once they had to walk amongst them, or once I had to walk amongst them, to bring salvation into their lives. Now drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that man distributes, my church is full and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforces are specially trained for the new machinery he uses. And that would be irresponsible, nay, unethical, to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A changed man since Mexico. It is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sickbed, as he is often shamed to, he conducts me one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares, to the poor, and they can congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. See, now I can absolutely do the voice because that's the minister here. This is absolutely Catholic Church. Did they really pull the Dracula? Hmm. I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark that say that the priest is not happy with me now. Good lord, this is loud. Let me know if I need to turn shit down because holy shit. Didn't I try these doors earlier? Uh, there's got to be a reason I can pick this up, particularly. There has to be a reason I can pick up this one in particular. And if not, well, fuck you too. I'm glad that... Oh, there we go. We will come back to this, because I do want to explore just a tiny bit more beforehand. Also, did this room get redder? Like, I love the color red, but it... This is meant to be a bit of a change of scenery, if you will. A bit of a spookums. Oh. Okay. So they guided me over here. Hello, Lottie. Welcome in. How you doing today? Is this unlocked now? It is indeed. Infernal machinery. The engine fires, the flames are stoked. I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of throwing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption. My children beckon me on, and I cannot fail them. Yeah, I kind of got stuck on my other voice for this, and you know what, fuck it. Maybe we turn this off. Oh, you hush. I just hope you're having a good day so far. Or I should say, I hope that the rest of your day goes better there. Hellish portal. It appears I have no choice. Thus I descend, and may God have mercy upon my soul. This is in my bedlam. If this is my bedlam, and I am to be cast as Matthews, then I will wear that mantle for the sake of my boys, and face whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. Ah! Oh, sweet. This is some Resident Evil shit here. That was I will admit, that was a very smooth descent, though. Like, I am impressed. For a game from, like, when did this come out? Hold on one second. I'm going to take a quick look. Because I get distracted by this sort of thing. This came out in 2013. Same year as Alien Isolation. Definitely not as good as Alien Isolation, but... And I was turned the wrong way. Fuck. That's right, we gotta go down. Le gasp! I am stuck. Whatever will I do? Spider Pig. Spider Pig. Silence! Do not startle or upset the acquisitions. You know, in the original Amnesia, I would be able to open this shit. Do not startle or upset the acquisitions. So there's some spookums going around here. These final thoughts. What exhumation is this? What rotten fruit? What bestition of parts? I doubt that will ever be found. Yet I leave you this, scrawled in the malodorous half-light. Whilst me tormentor shuffles below. Me fellow prisoners is keen and squeal in the gloam, where I wait for the knocking upon my cage that signifies that it is finally my turn to make that dark journey into the interior. Again, why I have suddenly decided they are, like Welsh or Irish, don't ask me. Or even Scottish. I don't know what accent I'm using at them. That actually made it spooky. God damn, it's dark. And I turned up the brightness a decent amount. So this will be the real question of whether I'm actually in danger. Wait, did that actually work, Tish? I hope so. Yay! I was concerned because I accidentally forgot to log in to mix it up before I started stream. Yeah, now, like a professional streamer does. But you, Lolly, you are a wonderful being too. I want you to know this. You deserve to know this. Hmm. Well, we're not going that way. We may have no choice. Look, I understand that y'all probably want to see a horrible mutilation of Morty. And that'll probably happen at some point. But I will do my best not to die if I can help it. Yes, you are. You hush. So we managed to sneak past Pigman. And so the stoking. So to the stoking. The fog will not lift. The ship is becalmed. Everyone lies in the half-light, waiting to drown in the dry air. He has the paperweight that ballasts them. What the hell was that? Did y'all see my lantern, like, pop over my head for a moment? Or was that just me? Oh, would you look at that? The secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Ah, it was pull, not push. Wait, am I fucking back in the goddamn... Yeah, I'm literally right back here. What the fuck, game? Secret tunnel through the mountain. Or I guess in this case, through the city. Huh. This music is very pretty, not gonna lie.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Tape, the super strong waterproof tape that can instantly patch, bond, seal, and repair.
We're probably gonna be dealing with a lot of damage at some point, I'm sure. The Manda's Processing Company. My soul shudders at what I have seen. At least I have reached the main part of the factory. Now onwards, downwards to find those floodwaters and drain them away. Like Moses, I will cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. Wow, I think a lot about myself. Oh, God. I mean, it's better than trying to stitch up these monsters, right? It's also very interesting to see like these old Manda's Co. meat processing factory, Anno 1828. But also, I'm also imagining using Flex Seal as like a trap, put it on the floor, get the monster's feet trapped in it. They'll never see it coming. Literally, because it's fucking dark as hell in this game. It's a push. Fun fact, do you know why more often than not a door going out pushes out and going in opens out? Or I should say, why doors mostly open out for a lot of places? It's because it's a way to make things safer in case of fire. We're just gonna close these up. I'm not paying for the AC here. Well then, I was gonna say, hey, if you're really in the process of like automation, you should really like give the people that who are going to lose their jobs, you know, the benefits of that, rather than, you know, basically stealing away from them. But no, this man's apparently like, nah, we're gonna bring the apocalypse about. Fuck, fuck waiting. We ball now. The piston rooms. Remember in the original Amnesia when this all signs were like in Latin? Now they're in English, and they're we have to hover over them to see what they say in English. I believe we have danger afoot. So as a note, I believe when this flickers, we've got pigment around because they lit off some sort of electromagnetic pulse. I see you, little pigman. I should probably put up a flashing lights warning, shouldn't I? I completely forgot that this was a thing. There we go. Also, probably a content warning because this definitely gets into some heavy shit. Because, you know, it's horror. There we go. These pigmen, I'm not scared of them. They're scared of me. As I pause the game for a moment. Oh, that's not a pigman. That's Cog. You gotta love when you don't pull a damn thing and the cog starts turning. Hmm. So I know I need to go down, but we should check up first. Oh, see, we got fans in here. No need to keep the window open. Oh shit, we got a train here. And we locked in. Yes, yes, I hear you, but we got things to explore first. October 12th or 17th, 1899. That looked like a 2 for a moment, but it's an upside down 2, which means it's a 7. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed trough at one end, so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms and delivered along the stun arms via copper cabling. I know words. We have observed that the artificial lightning contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly into the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate a channeled floor, which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and to run to the fluid collection tanks. That's right, we're learning how the bacon's made. You want to call again? Or did I actually miss a call? That would be very upsetting if there was actually, like, a very important call that I'm trying to listen for. He decides, nah, you're not going to get this. Maybe if I try to leave. Down and down into the deep, we can never dig too deep. Well, okay then. It seems fine. Well, I now know exactly where I can go to run away from Pigman, hopefully. You know, you set these things up to look like a puzzle, and then you decide not to let me do stuff with it. Good lord, these things of coal are huge. Ginormous even. Piston control. Yeah, this is fine. We're just going to close that up. So we got any notes for us, Mandus? Anything to tell us what the fuck we're supposed to be doing here? Because I don't know about you, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Also, seriously, why the hell have you set your fucking area up like this? So that one's working. How many pieces of coal do each of these need? Alright, anybody got a sign for me? I'm looking to speak with the dead here. So that one's already running. Huh. Apparently I can't just yeet stuff anymore. Realism, folks. Ah, here's our note. October 18th, 1899. A series of collecting vents have been installed along the ceiling at this stage of the line. In the process of stunning and bleeding, the product often expels stinking vipers from its digestive system, which can be collected, condensed, and used in the methane boiler to drive the engine as a whole. In this way, the more product is processed, more power becomes available to the machine. Productivity is actually increased. A simple stroke of genius, but one that encapsulates the benefits of self-regulatory automation. So literally, I still don't know what the fuck I need to do. Are my furnaces fueled? I don't fucking know. You tell me, motherfucker. Okay, so that one seems to be fueled.
Hydrate.
Thank you for the hydration, Tish. Okay, 2 seems to be fine. We're just going to ignore that for right now. This is fine. This is fine. The fires are stoked, assuming the same architect is responsible here as with the chemical plant. I surmise that a centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the fires. I am trying my best not to scream. Because damn, this game loud. We letting the stank out. Woo! Dear Pigman. But where the fuck did he go? Oh, you son of a bitch. Now, while this may not be the most riveting of gameplay, I do enjoy the plot for this. Oh, fuck! This little piggy went to market! This little piggy stayed home! This little piggy had roast beef, this one had none. Woo! Darkness is imprisoning me, all that I see. The absolute horror. God damn it, Piggy! Anybody got a clue where I can go? Ah, here we are. Progress. Nope. Oh, gods. Oh, God. Ah. Son of a bitch. We running. We just running now. Ow. Whee! Ow. Ow. The pigman hurt. The pigman hurts. The descent continues. Do you mean the dark descent? What did the dark voice instruct me to do? Under the pistons into the tunnels and on to the bilge pumps. I know the door should be locked. I'll have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but my path is set. I shall ignore those noises, that snuffling, those shuffling steps below me. I'll brave whatever lurks beneath, and I will save them. Also, thank goodness I can finally hear myself. I think that was the most terrifying part of this. Well, I think I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go the other way. We don't need to deal with that. Really, Mandus, you should probably have just stayed above ground, enjoying your drink and playing with your kids. Compound X storage. Danger. No naked flames. I am the naked flame, bitch. April 30th, 1899. Oh, my goodness. The crates arrived this morning, and I had it delivered directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, though there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape, but has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed, with evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement. It is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is a recipient of some barbarous surgery, or was born deformed in an attempt to force his gnarled body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is, I cannot tell. I smell the orb upon him, and suspect my great uncle's presence in his curious condition. Ooh. We got some orbs in here. For those who don't remember the Dark Descent. We were touching balls all throughout the entire game, trying to get them to come together so that we could kill Alexander. So my question now is Alexander uncle, or is it Daniel, our uncle? The world may never know. Or it might be spelled out completely in here in a moment. So it can't be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the process of Mr. Darwin's evolution. But here, my great uncle and I part company. He chose men as the subjects of his experiments, but men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. No, we require a new creature for our chattels. Loyal, clever, strong, and easily sated. So we went with pigs. Splendid. I just noticed I don't have an inventory. So we don't get to take the da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Yeah, they really pared down the game, or pared down the mechanics for this game. Like, I'm enjoying the story. The gameplay, not so much. But I'm not trying to be that critical because, again, this is Chinese Room's, like, very early game. And they have very much improved since. Oh. Chemical transportation. Danger. Highly corrosive. Highly flammable. And why would I do this? In a nest of eggs. It is cradled in his sweating hands. It sucks the fever loose from his body. He dreams of birds far above in the jungle canopy. A jaguar coughing at the dawn. Oh, are we falling down the dumbwaiter? Thank you, Lolly. I'm trying my best. Like, I'm not saying I'm not enjoying it at all, because I am. There are some good little scares in here. But this is where they took it a little too far into the walking simulator bit of the game. Moshi Moshi Desu. So thank you for the jump scare there, Tish. I couldn't hear it over everything else, unfortunately. Sabotage! Listen, now, y'all, it's sabotage! Bruised and battered, but alive. I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now
Look
locked in
behind
epic
you,
struggle.
I said. Look behind you.
You're not going to get me with that, Judas. I will look behind myself after I finish reading. Because I can't be killed while reading, right? How you doing today, Judas? I hope you're doing well. But I'm driven to find my family, and I'll prevail. Ignore the madness about me. Do not consider what cruel and unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find the way to the bridge, drain the flood, free your children. I did nearly die to a pigman. Although they are considerably weaker than the servants. Like, I would not have survived 2 hits from a servant. July 15th, 1899. In order to facilitate assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required, or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration, or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brandenburg infusion vitae to 1 part organ monad disperal fluid is sufficient. Hey, we got that booze coming in from Brandenburg. This can then be administered intravenously to subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. I can even destroy small quantities of metal. Oh, hey! So remember when we made the acid in the previous game? Well, now it's coming back to fruition. It's all coming up, bandits. Huh. I wonder what I need that for. Maintenance access. There's clearly another passage beyond the locked gates. It seems I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm. After that fall, I can't have some of the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. Judas, did you bring home the bacon in this game? Because it feels like you brought home the bacon for this one. Fuck you, chair. Look at the little ziggurat. It's so cute. I'm sure nothing terrible could happen with that. Yeah. It's some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds, and it positively reeks of the foul fluids I've seen too often before. It's clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of two composite ingredients. I should wager I find them close by. So we're gonna get them, put them in here, mix them up in there. I wonder which direction we need to go. Holding pins. Oh yeah, this is probably the best place for me to go. Oh yeah, absolutely. Best place for me to go. Nothing wrong could possibly happen. Well, darkness imprisoning me, all that I see. I apologize in advance because I know it's dark as fuck. But this is how the game's played. The pigs will see me if I put on the light. August 20th, 1899. Oh, hey, we passed that date. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the sorriest specimens of humanity I've ever seen. No one asked where they'd go. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming stinking holes. We measure their skulls, check their teeth, we give them the num 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 to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Into the manipulators they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We have removed all the mirrors. After the process, it is the reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walk amongst them. My children. I whisper to their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again. In your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow again. So, I'm getting the implication that my kids might be dead. Well, we all know about the invisible monsters in the water. Hopefully we didn't get any of those here. It's a good thing I don't have nyctophobia as Mandus. He's going that direction. I should probably go this way somehow. Oh, great. I gotta follow him. I can't just loop him. Bitch! Okay. I probably had another way around him, apparently. But sure. I thought I could, like, sneak by. Oh god, itchy, 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 itchy. I'm sure I need to fill that with stuff, but eh. Oh, my precious children, where are you? Ha. Huh. And there's another teddy bear. Should I have sent more? Because I'm not seeing anything that's, like, related. Telling me I should bring it that way. Oh, okay. What do I need to send the one? Got it. Also, who designed this building? Seriously. Must have been a madman. A madmandus? Of course they had to do it to me. August 4th, 1898. More experiments with Compound X. Took the dog and injected it with strychnine. Wow, you fucking asshole. After the expected convulsions and spasmin, it died just after midnight. I immersed the body in a large tank of Compound X, introduced an alternating current via induction coil for a period of 3.5 minutes. Partial return was induced. However, damage incurred prior to death was retained upon revival, meaning the dog continued in the acute state of strychnine poisoning until I put a bullet in his skull. For drowning? Perhaps, yes. It is, after all, known to be the kindest of suicides. Unaliving, in fact. If one were to drown, replacing the fluid in the lungs with Compound X should theoretically be perfectly possible as a revival method. Wow! I am once again asking Mandus to not be a fucking dick. We all know that's not possible. Huh. Going around in circles. Well, okay. One more time. We gotta sneak through the void. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. And I just figured out how I was supposed to sneak by him without getting my ass handed to me earlier. Well, c'est la vie. We at least survived. And then we gotta go this way. To stumps, you say? Did I take the hard path first? I may have. Nah, we don't have things just right by the fucking delivery system. But then again, maybe we do. But first, let us read. Also, no, you don't. You stay right there. Bitch, I said sit still. Welcome back from the ad break. I appreciate y'all sticking around. Nothing really happened. I just found out I apparently took the hard direction first. Also, so I don't think I'm going to be able to participate in September this year. I will like give it my best shot, but I'm already going to be a week late from doing it. But I'm going to see about like getting a couple of goals, like doing like Chubby Bunny, but with atomic fireballs. If anybody remembers what those are. Because I will say this, I would really actually like to get to 30 subs, if only because that'll get me more emote slots for you guys. I also need to think of other things to do for you. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft. Oh, a warning. Laking down my legs, blood and excrement, my lungs are on the vomit. I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it. I did do that. Because of the changes, they ripple in near me. My teeth sneeze out, and got scattered like mist in the dark. I can't find them all, gathering what I can, push them back into my grey gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Ugh. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever, because not all of us can take the change. On the other table, I beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see another under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man shit so much blood and still live? This little piggy's about to go to market. Ow, you bitch! Well, holy shit, I died. Oh, the flashbang! That was on me. And because I died in a walking simulator, they're like, nah, we're gonna forgive you this time. Maybe. Yeah, they've given me forgiveness. Get out. You know, I probably shouldn't be in here for the mixing of chemical, of like hazardous materials. This feels like I could die. Wow. Oh. A heavy brew. I have the compound. It hisses and steams in its container like some living thing, which is jelly to burn and corrode. The container is made from glass. Strange choice unless there is some particular reason why the metal that pervades everywhere else cannot be brought into contact with this so-called chemical compound X. I almost called it chemical X because fuck you, Powerpuff Girls. I should investigate farther for data for clues. So the reason why it's glass is because it's acidic, which means it eats through metal. Okay, that's slightly annoying because I'm damn sure I'm not fucking. I was about to say, I'm damn sure, I'm certain I'm not fucking hitting R there. So it reacts to light. Oh! But my lantern wasn't light enough. Understood. Yeah, sadly, I will say this for September. Should I do that? I do feel bad because there is no way I can do anything like drawing wise for y'all. And I feel bad about that. If I want to do something, this laking world, the bottle of gin was empty. Sleep seemed impossible. Above the skyline of London, he could only see the temple rising into the smoke. But we'll get things figured out for you. Oh, are we down in the sewers? Do we need to inject ourselves with blood? I remember the original Amnesia. Tish, it's your people! At least part of your people, anyway. October 22nd, 1899. Naturally, once bled, the product must be scalded, dehaired, and scraped ready for grim broiling and evisceration. For this, we pass them through the steam reservoir, which is kept at a constant temperature by passing excess high-pressure venting from the engines via the boiler and series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. At the center of the machine, there is a component that must be kept at a consistently low temperature, which controls operations of the processing and the product throughout the system. Alongside this, refrigeration is of the utmost importance in retaining product quality. This also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. Two problems are therefore combined into a single solution: removal of heat from some areas and the requirements for increased heat in others. Conducting panels draw heat using the principles of convection regulated by the boiler and sending freezing air along one set of pipes in one direction and superheated vapors in another. Again, I don't know why I've gone with this accent after it's... Well, this would be where I stopped any type of journey of mine in this, personally. Because, my goodness, I would not be able to handle the smell. I would have to remove my nose entirely. Flooded tunnels. My mysterious friend is correct. The cellars are indeed flooded. To descend further, I will have to find the local sluice pumps to drop the water levels. The smell is almost unbearable. It makes me gog. Why should the saboteur have flooded the tunnels, though? What did he hope to achieve? Oh, great! We do have invisible monsters in the water. Alright, how much y'all want to bet that this goes out from under me? Well, I apparently would have lost that bet. So good. Lovely. Just what I wanted. I hear him in my left, so I'm going right. Oh, hey, you want me to go in the water, huh? August 1st, 1899. Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and have skipped into the stars. They remind me of my limitations. This is no Kelm, and I am no Eliyahu. Eliyahu? Eliyahu. At least not quite yet. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. I cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center, where the doorway is. The lighter versions are kept safe by the freezing temperature of those towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated and their duality tears them asunder, as the other place flies from their cells and their vital splinters. They live sporadically, torn from one world to the other and back again in violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between the worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected area sealed. It will not allow my loyal workers to enter. They are down places now. The abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear and spite. Apparently the phone doesn't work down here. You know, I'm curious. Does this work with the monsters in this like it did in, the original Amnesia? Oh, thank goodness I can't go through there. But I can go through here. Because of course. They won't let me escape that easily, will they? It's kind of funny, really. Nobody in Amnesia is a good person. We are of the fuck around and find out variety. And oh boy, did we fuck around. Wow, really? You're not wrong, but goddamn. Okay, so we came through there. I guess we go to the left. Ah, here we go. The left it is. Let me grab the note. There we go. February 17th, 1999. And I said, look, my darlings, can you see it? And they said, yes, Daddy. Yes, we see it. A tall, withered cap of a steep-sided pyramid. So like those of Egypt. Stone falling away from the summit. Vines curling down about, intertwining the stucco serpents that thrive about the steps. A palpable sense of stillness. A weight of forgotten. And this here. This is where the king sat. And this is where the priest lived. This house, this is the house of the dead. And here, where the sun strikes, this is where they threw the hearts that were not consumed. No, my darlings, they most certainly were not savages. You see, they believed that the sky could fall on their heads, and they truly, truly believed that offering blood was the only way of stopping this from happening. Perhaps, my darling, perhaps they were mistaken altogether. Perhaps their tragedy was they simply could not spill the blood enough to prevent the sky from falling upon them. Well, okay then. Oh, joy! We get to have rancid, stank ass water in our fucking shoes. But how do we get in now? So that's where we came from. Excuse me for a moment. Alright, time to disinfect. Thank you for the head pats, Lolly. Where my pigs at? Where my pigs at? Where my pigs at? I lost my I lost my chair. Oh, this does not bode well for me. Oh. Oh, hi. So when are these gonna, like, burst open? Oh, you poor baby. Like, these pigs did nothing wrong. I'm the one who did everything wrong, I'm sure. Let's go. Damn, game, you dark. I sure hope there isn't some sort of horrible pig monster down here with me. We can either go this way, which they're, yep, grading for me to... Ow! Okay, so no way of getting up there. Oh, thank you very much, I will. Oh, goodness. Hold on one second. I want to check and make sure of one thing. Okay. So I do have the right time. So around 5:40, I want to say. I'm going to take a 20-minute break as we get things set up for Dark Tide. Hopefully we can play. That was weird. Because I love Dark Tide, but my goodness is that game heavy. My goodness, this is a lot. And we just keep going deeper. There was probably a note here from Toddy Despoin. He placed his head in the voice and spun the wheel until the skull cracked and the thoughts leaked into his shoes. It relayed the pressure for a while, but it soon returned. Well, I just saw my kids. Again. Nothing over there, nothing over here. So I always expect when I'm crossing bridges in horror games that they're going to fall out from under me eventually. Oh god, there's a lot. I didn't notice I had more things to read. Oh boy! Mondist, post-diluvian. That's done it. Now I can enter the strange decontamination chamber once again and move onwards. The waters are pushed back, making the way to the Belge Clare, where I can divert the remainder of this filthy torrent back into the Thames where it belongs, and clear the path to the center of the machine. Wow! Like you're drinking water, right? A nest of wretches. Dear God, a whole nest of these foul creatures. No, no mind. My instincts have drawn me thus far, but I am sure somewhere in this dank chamber is yet another means of descent. I will not see their faces as they go about their dark business, and yet I watch them sleep and eat and play. They're so very human, so very childlike. And I will not think of what I've seen of the chires and the cages. And I will not think of how such monsters may be sculpted. These must be the bilge pumps. I am at the heart of the saboteur's efforts. In order to keep his flood in place, he must have disabled these vast pumps, but he was clearly rushed. Thus far, he has left most of his work incomplete. His clumsy efforts reduced to simply switching off all he could find. If I could locate the controls, that remedy was simple. I don't know if I've already done that or not. The fuck was that? Alright, so I guess I gotta do pump stuff. I don't like that you can just basically phase through that. What? I don't appreciate the jump scare happening with me not looking. Would you like some tea? Oh, that could have gone so bad. I think the water was rising. Another pump. It seems once again I must engage it. I cannot help but feel I am trapped in some great game, forced to undertake endless Herculean labors for the promised reward of my darling children. Okay, guess I can't go that way. Oh yeah, the water's rising. The water is absolutely rising. Oh shit, oh fuck. Nope! Yeah, I said nope. Hey! The bridge finally fell out from under me. Oh god, there were like 3 of them. So we are slowly but surely, we've been going down and down. We're here. We got the next spot after this. We might get close to finishing this. Alright, we got one. A 2. I guess we go this way then. Oh, there it is. Oh no, am I going back in the water? Oh no. Yep. And I don't know what I'm trying to hit. Oh! Well, that was dumb of me. I thought there was like a breakaway wall. Main pump controls, okay. Wait, I was just here. Wow! Morty being lost. What are the odds? So this should be the right way. And yet, nothing. This feels like a dead end. Why is this a random ass dead end? Now this is awkward. Am I just missing something? I might just be missing something. But why is that room there? The float is drained. I have prevailed. The saboteur is beaten. My heart pounds with excitement even as my head spins and shudders in feverish anticipation. How this machine now throbs about me, sensing its rebirth is imminent. The final descent beckons me to enter, as Lily once lay on our wedding bed and summoned me into manhood. Okay then. So game, I really need you to maybe give me a hint. Because, oh. That's on me. I want to say this is the right direction. I cannot be 100% sure. Oh, I definitely need that cleansing after all that. After being in that poop water. Oh god, I can hear myself think again, finally. My goodness, was that loud. One more for the Ginny and the Wimp. Fuck you, chair. Sheldon Danson. The stars are steep, the sun beating on his neck as he pulls them up. Veins pop on his forearms, but he cannot deviate. He is a man driven by love. Only love. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, hey, we looking like we're back in Brandenburg. A heart a machine. And when they first said Daddy, my heart was molten, as if blood frozen upon the ground were held to the sun to thaw and sup. And they were inseparable, always together, one soul in two bodies. My love was all-consuming. I would die for you, I whispered to their sleeping faces. I would kill. I would set this world to ruin to protect you. I have fought through dark tunnels, great engines, the foulest of beasts. I have set my covenant and drained this flood, and I have come for you now, my darling boys. Stop! No unauthorized persons to enter the facility by order of the management. Well, that sign won't stop me because I can read. And I am the management, bitch. Yeah, I'm thinking my kids are dead. My kids might be dead. Yeah, they dead. I definitely fucked them, fucking killed them. Oh, hi. If nothing else is, like, if I can give this game a little bit of credit, the sound design is amazing. It's a bit loud. Also the music. But all the... internet. So, if you were unaware, this game takes place turn of the century England. Despite my use of any accent that's not English. Don't ask me why. I have a bad habit of doing any other island accent but English for some reason. Oh, it's a pull door. For some reason I thought this was like one of those doors that did a load screen. Fuck you, chair! I mean, he's not wrong. But he is also horribly wrong. I mean, you seeing this shit? We're gonna have to kill this guy. Damn. Danger! Compound X, highly flammable, highly corrosive, highly toxic. Do not breathe. Do not get on skin. Do not, and I repeat, do not. Oh, is this radioactive? This might be radioactive. Feel the rads. So I may have jumped the gun some, but this is what happens when you explore and decide, hey, we're not going to try the puzzle out before we do anything. So, is there anything else I need to do? Any buttons to push? Any switches to switch? Ignition control. Nullifying the ignition controls and start the machine once more. Elated, I stride forth upon these catwalks. I am coming, my darlings. I have almost saved you. I'm sure you have. I'm sure... I might be dumb. This is probably a bad idea. We done goofed. Well, Mantis Saboteur. There are feats of engineering contained herein that would make even those clever fellows at the Institute reel with envy. So, I'm pretty sure I was a saboteur. Daddy. So I'm guessing I sacrificed my children to start the machine. And try to prevent the horrible future. And start the apocalypse. 29th of December, 1899. Kahneman constructs himself anew. Kahneman, on realizing who he is, on what he has become, tear himself apart down to the bricks and begin again. Are our souls just this? Tiny cogwheels and clockwork, and intricate machines to serve a function that, upon reflection, we might set to a new task. Can a man, defined by his actions, defined by that which he now finds abhorrent, set to sabotaging this body, his machine, until those children of his soul return in a new motion, and he may awake to a new sun, a new year, a new century with hope in his heart. As I reach my hands to the exposed wires, I ask myself this: is redemption possible for such a creature as I? And if not, then surely better to die amongst my creations than to continue to live as a monster. Well, we had dissociative identity disorder, I'm guessing, because the person on the call sounded a lot like me. You know. That's my 2 cents. Betrayed! So it is done. The saboteur was me, and the voice on the telephone was him. But what of us? How do we connect? Surely I cannot be responsible for all I see about me. I cannot remember. All I can grasp is a moment when the world split into two pieces, and the innards of humanity fell from an orifice torn agape into my own open, bifurcated heart. Warning, steam vent access only at low pressure. Well, I'm going to guess that the pressure is kind of high now. Mandus, you're a dumbass. Because I'm very dumb. August 31st, 1899. Children really are the most wonderful, useful creatures. The unfortunates from the orphanage have proved indispensable in cleaning larger steam pipes. It appears that the matter from the slaughtering process may indeed vaporize at its source, but drifts like dust through the air and lodges in the pipes, causing them to foul. Periodically, we shut the pressure down and send one of our pixies into the pipes to scrub the reconstituted fat away. Armed with just a shortened broom, our little explorers venture into the dark. Yeah, that's about what we used to do. Hopefully never again. Of course, we can only keep pressure down for a short period, so they must be fast, or they risk being trapped and boiled by the superheated vapors when they rush back to the system. Then, we'll be sending their comrades in afterwards to scrape free of the cooling mess. The survivors tell me I can reach all manner of places within the complex through the pipes. I smile, tell them I'm so proud, and I feed them to the pigs. Wow, I suck. Rip out the fuses, bitch. I want my father back. And yet it was. You and your madness. Ah! Why? Please go away. I want to see. December 1st, 1899. There is a spoon of medicine. I says, it's a silver spoon. What you did get born holding. That was so painful for Mummy dear, but grasped so hard it was in a little screaming red fist. Later you used your... Oh, thank you, Tishy. A spoon to dig a hole into the garden, get all the way to Mexico. And then you did eat worms with your spoon on the way to stay fat. This spoon was the same you gave your twins. Then you used it to dig a hole to their clockwork souls and ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat to the mole. Where will you dig next, I asks you. You and your little silver spoon, made from the silver spine of your children, and wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed. There, sweet Jesus, my darling Lilibet, what am I become? An asshole. That is what you have become. I think it was around this time we got... actually, no, it was a few years earlier. We had the song, What Have I Done? Or What I've Done. And that's a really good song for this. What I've done, I face myself. Fucking Linkin Park, I swear. They had so many good songs for like just this sort of my mental state. I guess I'm gonna have to go that way. So. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe I gotta turn this stuff off first. Escape through the pipes. If Enda throws my evil, I set children into the pipes to clean them, then it seems likely there is another entrance I can use to escape this noxious maelstrom of vengeance. I'll ignore the burning in my nostrils from the fumes of that godless Compound X that fuels these machines, and I will become the saboteur. I will destroy the pressure system, enabling me to enter the pipes without fear. All about me. The thunder of machinery, the blast of boiling steam. I cannot pass without fear of scalding. I'm lobster, crocked, my circulation stagnated, my vital motions impeded. The steam will boil my hole unless I can find a way to shut it off. I'm going to actually take a quick send you to the BRB screen for the break. And then we're back. Apparently I'm not allowed to grab things when I have a gun hand. What the? Oh my god!
What's behind this door?
It's another door! No. Bitch, no! He's so deep inside of me. Why are you like this? No! I didn't mean to swallow! I was supposed to spit, not swallow. Woo! Wait. I thought I could fucking knock that out with my goddamn... Oh, there's a spider!
Are you okay, sweet pea?
Ah! Ah!
Is it the spider?
I was shot in the face. Wait, what the fuck?
Yep.
This is the furthest I've ever gotten in here.
A little bit more. A little bit more.
What the
There you
fuck?
go.
I have
Look at how you made it.
I have never solved this before.
Look at how fast you did it.
So, do you remember the way out? Good. Yeah, I don't either.
Ta-da!
Oh, yay. You know what's gonna be really crazy? Oh. Alright, we back. This is the end times for this game. So we gotta find things to sabotage. We gotta go Beastie Boys on this. So, where do I go Beastie Boys on all this? So I need to clear that. I can't get in there. There's gotta be something around here, right? Danger. Short conduits are correctly placed to avoid pressure backdrafts. Child fatalities is small to 17. Ah. That explains it. Mondus is a saboteur. It seems that the pressure system is indeed the Achilles heel of this facility. Something I clearly did not realize in my first company attempt at sabotage. If I reroute the steam, I can wreak havoc. And I know exactly where to take this. Yeah, I might as well finish this, because we're so close to the end as it is. Alright, guess I can't. Maybe I'm not supposed to take this. I don't fucking know. Leave it there for right now. Appreciate it there, Lolly. I'm trying. Guess maybe I do take this. That's right, big brain and then small brain all over again. Ow! So can I now touch this? Yes, I can. Okay, so I need to bring the... So I did need to bring those. Pressure regulator. Some form of steam regulator. I'll wager if I disable it, the damage caused by the rushing steam pressure could be catastrophic. Certainly enough to force the temporary stalling of this entire engine. That should cause the steam engine pressure to drop. Mandus, you clever old goat. I can feel this horror, this grief, this betrayal boil into fury. I will not stand. I will not be undertrodden. If this machine is my heirloom, I am the overman. I'm not 100% sure where I left the thing. Oh, I brought it with me. Streamer brain, I'm telling you. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe... Oh, God! Run away! It's a good thing monsters can't fucking climb ladders. Oh, that hurt. Well, anything to save them. Of course, all the awful we cannot sell from a system is donated to the workhouse, making them perhaps the best fattened unfortunates in the whole of London. I find it fascinating that I was given no option whatsoever at the end of this. That I couldn't just say no to turning on the machine. Like I could with Daniel. I could have said no to killing Alexander at the very end. Could have hesitated letting him escape. I didn't ask for this. October 25th, 1899. I'm going to read while everything's going to hell. No one misses the poor. Round up some orphans and the whole world will thank you for it. Let's pair a whore and a gentleman applauds you. Call a beggar and a lady walks safely again. I hate them. I hate them more than any of the others. This privilege. This pretension. These so-called leaders. These pillars of society. These rich and fanciful. They wear their filth on the inside, but they are no less dirty. I have plans for them all. We will feed them, and then we will feed from them. Burner Street. Should remember silence and hard work are the roads to heaven. Oh. Hold on. Hush. I'm reading. October 24th, 1899. We have set aside an entire wing of the mansion for their parties. We invite them from near and far, and I guzzle them in with fine wine and the finest cuts of all of London. My God, Mandus, but these chaps are rather divine. Who is your butcher? Feed them up, for the wine and the grains will also lend a character to the product. Keep the flesh relaxed. Opium in the champagne and gravy. A hog roast every night for the Duke and the Duchess. An actress buttered and sliced. An artisan in every mouthful. An importer of fine teas stewed in his own leaves. Then bicker and braid under the table by the fireplace on the carpet stained with wine and fat. whilst long dead nobles of deformed grace and cold stare watch them from gilded frames along the crooked walls. We will hose it down later, as we shovel them into their machine. If you say so. I'm going to keep exploring the horrors of the... I am peeping the horrors. Now quickly, through the pipes before the mission returns and they fill with boiling corrosive steam, I sense the machine snarl itself about me. Its unholy and human mind coil and slick and send its dark tendrils through its conduits to repair the damage. I will return to the streets. I will fetch help and I shall lead the people upon the factory, burn it to the ground and seal this evil place underground forever. London's burning! London's burning! God forgive me, what have I unleashed? I stand and smell the burning city. I see ash upon the wind. I hear the roars of the sickening beasts and the screams as they fall upon the city and drag its people below for the slaughter. Now I begin to understand what the other composite ingredient of Compound X must be. And I also understand this. It is my responsibility now. I must find a way back to the heart of the machine and complete what I started. I hope y'all have been enjoying this. I think I missed a note somewhere. That's fine. And there's a lot to go through and a lot of... 23rd of December 1899. I stand and look at myself in the mirror. In hand, in reflection, grins at me, and his mouth is full of sulphur mustards. Vain fool, he snares. Are you really so different? Do you genuinely believe your works of evil are any greater than the rest of them? You are simply a weak man, a product of his age, the same as any other. This is empire, cretin, and this is the killing and this idiocy, the natural result of this social Darwinism. If you are evil, then this world is evil. You just let the blood run in the street rather than hiding it in the poorhouse. You hold the blade and slide it home yourself. You didn't pay a man to do this for you, where you cannot see it. If you are evil, at least yours is an honest evil that alone makes you Ubermensch. And thus I wash my hands and take to bed. I don't think this is where this led, but okay. Oh wait, maybe this is. Because I remember the piggy was up here. Isn't this what you wanted? Hi. Hi. Oh, ow, okay, ow. I was not expecting to actually be in danger. Fuck. Woo! Oh, God! Ow! Fuck you! Streets and alleys. There are too many of these dominations. These based loose upon the straight that all have come from the engine rooms as I emerged. I counted 3 of the damnable pneumatic lifts, which suggests the machine has been planning this for some time, smuggling routes to the surface all about this neighborhood. Yeah, my bearings are correct. Beyond the alley, I should stand directly over the ignition rooms. And I will wager that if I find a pneumatic there, it will carry me back to the machine's heart. Damn it, Mandus, have you not... You are not very bright. For what you've managed to pull off around here, you are really dumb. I'm just making one last search for notes. It would be sure be a shame if there was a pig running around trying to kill me while I was looking for notes. No soliciting, no walking, no begging. What to say, you better not be trying to leave without me. That... Nobody saw that. Nobody saw me fuck up and not push that all the way down. Farming the world. I'm missing vain. I see it now. We must find them, these scrolls. Those old words are written upon the metal roads that glow in the half-light. The dusk, this gloaming. Alright, we are almost done, I believe. And then we'll start getting ready for Dark Tide. Hopefully, as I said, hopefully the game behaves itself. I know for a fact I'm going to have to go PNG for that, though. Because that game is heavy. I have returned, an angel of vengeance, a saboteur once more. I will find a way to stop this vast enterprise of slaughter. Enough desecration or destruction opened the heart before. Confuse the machine enough to bring its looks in secret doorways. I must cause its great shock, stab its eyes, poke hot wire into its ears, hammer to its teeth, and push glass into every orifice. And then it'll gasp, and in that gasp, I will scuttle its throat and stab its heart from inside. About to say, probably can't go left, yep. Hey! It did that thing again where it threw the fucking lantern up. It wants me to go that way, but I'm going to go this way because... Oh, shit. See? We got notes. October 25th, 1899. No machine blades for Fat Bishop and Gluttony Aris. Prime cuts all for the sorting bins, and the very best as always, back in the dumb waiter to the kitchens above, to be stewed and plumped and gravied and breadcrumbs and returned to the table for the next night's feast. And not every night, you see, although we have begun to increase the frequency of the final act. Unlike the poor, the rich will be missed given time, but we will continue to spoil and ready them, and our fine foods are now exported to mansions and lodges across the London, and it has been noted in the times of late how rather overweight the great and the good are becoming. Their diets of fine wine and rich meat. Indeed, in Punch last week, a cartoon showed Viscount Selwyn as a stuffed pig laid upon a platter for his peers to dine upon. A vicious and cowardly slander, no doubt, but he tastes delicious. We are dealing with Long Pig here. We are dealing in Long Pig. So yeah, that's what I thought. We can't go in there just yet. We must start the machine for pigs. Also, I wanted to take a look at this again real quick because that. I just saw a body go through. There we go. Yep. And I recognize that body. I've thrown plenty of those in the original Amnesia. Yeah, that sounds about right. Reminds me of a story from Magic the Gathering way back in the day, where someone used white mana to create the perfect judge to render judgment upon the guilty, and they realized everyone is guilty. October 27th, 1899. Upstairs, to bed! To bed! To toss and turn on bloated stomachs, to copulate and puke upon chase long four-poster or dressing table. Collapse at last into the engulfing mattress, drunk and drugged and fat and stupid and senseless, and spring the trap, man piggies, spring the trap. At the pull of a lever, a set of hydraulic pistons and gears are fired, resulting in 3 walls of steel bars dropping from the ceiling via the canopy of the cage, the product in the bed, preventing escape. Oh, so that was supposed to be on me too, huh? The entire bed is then tilted backwards into the wall by a powerful spring mechanism, also fed by the hydraulics. The pressure for this system is created by as a byproduct of the vacuum administration system employed for mass production elsewhere at the pig line. In this way, we have created our very own bolted revolution, where the movement of the masses is a casual factor in the extermination of the rich, the movement of the masses. I make no comments. Fuck, I found my way back. Morty, how'd you manage that? Oh, that's how. There we go. At the spark plug. This electrification must be lethal to the touch. Now to confound the machine and flood the system, this time with not with sewage, with boiling, sparkling liquid of death. Sparking liquid death. Ooh, I love me some liquid death. It's delicious. I sense an opportunity. The first strike, impeding these colors of a large enough object should jam the flow of coolant, causing a pressure buildup that will split the pipes and rupture the tanks. How about yourself? Good job. I don't know why it wouldn't let me come down earlier, but sure, why the fuck not, right? Then hey, I can hear again. So where to now, Amandus? Amandus hug and kiss. Back the way we came, I see. Ah, that's what we needed to do. Oh. Oh dear. So do I need to leave it doing this, or do I, Oh! There's an entrance over here. Ow! I know. Flip the switches. The spark plug. Ow! Hopefully that was everything I needed to do. October 27th, 1899. Anyways, not want not for here. The assorted slop and innards are sift and sorted and entered the world through more channels and means than one could possibly conceive. The product passes by this section of the engine, is driven through the blade, splitting it into two sections, ready for the butcher's block. And in the interim, it is kept in our freezer bags under the house, and the heat produced naturally by the refrigeration process feeds into the pipes and crannies of these rooms, and is very reason, my dear friend, that we can sit here in shirts and waistcoats and butternut jackets on a freezing winter's night, without a fire in the grate, discuss our great enterprise. The warmth in our bellies and toes may be attributed directly to those bellies and toes, and now, even now, passing through the stained fire and blade beneath our feet. Sweet buttery Jesus. So many notes, I'm sorry. I'm trying to finish. I really am frozen. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones under the rhododendrons, the skulls of innocents under the loose cloth, headless ribcages in this cool stone behind the altars, 3,000 miles apart. I trace back my life into this instance. Rain channels eroded in ancient stone. The toxins already in this damp, this falling water. I hack and retch and vomit into the sink and gas the bowl with both hands and stare. There in the pluggle, as clear as day, a toy spine. Clockwork, intricate, like a child's spine. But clockwork, how could it be? How could a child's spine be made like a clockwork? I washed it carefully and placed it in the mantelpiece. By the egg I laid myself, under the garden where the children's skulls are buried. I call it me Mexico. Okay. Frozen, I will be there shortly. I'm so sorry. I thought this would be a little bit quicker. Path to the trippery. It's critically injured now. I'm sure of that. It's years no more. I feel a shudder around me, and a wounded animal pressed flat to the ground. I feel it is afraid of me, and I hate it all the more as I hate myself for unleashing it. My head pounds with blood. My teeth vibrate, a wretched burn with favour. I am an angel of death, descending to smother the firstborn for the death of the two that came after. Oh, you're sitting at a table. This is what happens. I get... Wow. These stained glass windows. Wow, that's a lot of blood. One more time, ripping your hearts out. Okay, just keep walking. We're almost there. Man, I can't see shit. This is all blood. Man, this is gonna be bad for my health. Oh, excuse me, I had a big stretch. We're almost done. The bear lifts, the bride is waiting. The man eats the pig, and the pig is eaten by the machine, and the man is eaten by the machine. This is as it ever will be. Right. No. I'm not going to worry about the journal anymore at this point. I got other things to do. Oh boy. I know there are pigs around. And frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Oh, don't start trying to breathe heavy now, buddy. We gotta run. This looks like something out of fucking Alien Isolation. Oh god! Bitch! This is fine. This is fine. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I'm trying. I am trying to finish, buddy. Blood madness, we are steeped in blood, you and I, you wear me like a mask, and we will tear the future apart from the rage occasion of the present. We will save them. We will save them all. Spade is key! Daddy is coming. Memories, they surface like bloated bodies rising to the scum of the Thames. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother, little piglets squalling and swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with a great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point, did my soul split, creating him? Was this the egg in my soul? The moment the great clock began to tick. Is the only path of redemption to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take that madman into my heart once again, and forgive him, and myself as well? I was reading the terms and conditions. Son of a bitch! Fuck you! I'm just gonna keep running, bitch. What the fuck? What do I do? No, that's not right. Okay. Thank you. I have been at this for way too long. We'll finish this up another time. We're near the end, but I have a promise to keep. Not to mention, we all have fun. We want to have fun with friends here. All right. So first and foremost, open this up. And close this down. As a note, by the way, I have been working on getting more uploads onto YouTube. So let me hop into Discord. I hope you all been doing well. I should have. God damn it. Give me a moment. I hope you're all having a fun time. We are about to set things off. OBS, there you are. There we go. I'm in. Just working on getting some things together. Let me check and see something then. Oh. There we go. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm tired.
Mood. Yeah, I was trying my best to try and finish the game beforehand, but it's fine.
He's fine.
Because we got time. We got time to kind of chill for a little bit while we try and get Warhammer to come up and play.
I'm a big bunny on your